Hello everyone. Welcome back to English Speaking and Listening Club. I'm glad you're here because today we're building something powerful and practical, your public presence. The topic is fresh, simple, and life-shaping 9 things you should never do in public. Why? Because how you move through shared spaces tells the world who you are before you speak a word. When you avoid these 9 mistakes, you protect your reputation. You reduce conflict, and you create a calm, confident energy that people trust. Master these 9 public rules and your reputation will walk into the room before you do. Let me paint a quick picture. You're on a bus. One person is yelling on speakerphone. Another is filming a stranger without consent. A third leaves trash on the seat and walks away. Everyone around them feels tense. None of these actions are illegal in every place, but they drain the peace of the people nearby. Public spaces are shared energy. The way you behave can lift that energy or poison it. Today, I'll show you how to avoid the traps and how to lead with quiet strength. First, never turn private fights into public performances. Loud arguments, personal attacks, and dramatic scenes in public make everyone uncomfortable and rarely solve anything. They also damage your credibility. When emotions rise, use what I call the doorway rule. If this matters, it deserves a door. Step away to a private space or schedule the conversation for later when minds are calmer. Your go-to line can be, "I'm not discussing this here. Let's speak in private when we're both calm." Take a breath, count to 5, and remove your audience. You'll think clearer, you'll say fewer things you regret, and you'll protect both your peace and your relationships. Second, never blast noise or invade space. Public areas are shared, not yours alone. Speakerphone calls, loud videos without headphones, music on full volume, or taking up multiple seats with bags are small actions that send a big message. My comfort matters more than yours. Flip the message. Use headphones. Keep your volume modest. Offer your seat to someone who needs it. Move your bag. If you must take a call, step aside and keep it short. These micro-respects add up to macro-respect. People don't always remember your words, but they remember how easy or hard you made their day. Third, never expose your sensitive information in public. You'd be amazed how many people type passcodes in clear view, read private emails on bright screens, flash ID cards, or post live locations while they're still there. In crowded places, that's an open invitation to identity theft, scams, or unwanted attention. Protect yourself with simple habits. Shield your screen with a privacy filter. Turn your phone brightness down. Cover the keypad when you enter your PIN. Save travel posts for after you've returned. Don't announce your address or exact plans out loud. Safety is not paranoia. Safety is self-respect. Your privacy is a boundary that travels with you. Fourth, never record or shame strangers without consent. Filming someone at their worst moment and uploading it for entertainment is not power, it's cruelty. You don't know their story, their mental state, or the consequences your post might create. If there's a safety concern, prioritize help, not views. Ask yourself, am I helping or am I harvesting? If you truly need to capture evidence for safety or legal reasons, focus on facts, not faces, and share only with appropriate authorities. Otherwise, put the phone down and choose humanity. A calm, private offer like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" can change a life. Consent and dignity come first. Fifth, never disrespect service workers or create scenes to get your way. Everyone has bad days. But taking it out on people doing their jobs poisons public spaces and your reputation. If there's an issue, use clear, calm language and ask for a solution, not a fight. Try, "Here's the issue I'm seeing. What can we do to fix it?" If you need a manager, ask with a neutral tone. Remember names and thank people who help you. The person serving you is a person. Dignity costs nothing and pays back in better service, better mood, and better self-respect. You can be firm without being cruel. That's real class. Sixth, never litter, vandalize, or leave a mess behind. Shared spaces are shared responsibility. Trash on the ground, gum under seats, graffiti on walls, or spills left for someone else to slip on. These are small acts that say, someone else will clean up after me. Be the person who leaves a place better than you found it. If there's no bin, carry your trash until you find one. If you spill something, let staff know and help if you can. A tidy public life signals a tidy inner life. People trust those who care for what belongs to everyone. Seventh, never move recklessly through public spaces. Head down texting while crossing streets, sprinting through crowded platforms, blocking escalators, cycling on sidewalks where it's forbidden. These choices endanger others and yourself. Adopt the traveler's code. Eyes up, ears open, pace steady. Stand to one side if you need to stop. Leave space at doors so people can exit before you enter. Follow local signs and flow. Presence is a gift. It keeps you safe and makes the environment smoother for everyone. The quickest way to respect a city is to move through it with awareness. Eighth, never gossip loudly or share other people's private stories in public. The cafe table is not a soundproof booth. The train seat is not your confessional. When you speak about someone else's life, pretend they are sitting behind you and hearing every word. If that thought makes you shrink, change the topic or move to a private place. You protect your reputation when you protect other people's reputations. Speak as if you might be quoted. That rule alone will prevent 80% of avoidable drama. Ninth, never be a passive bystander in emergencies. This one matters. If someone is hurt, harassed, or in danger, don't freeze and hope someone else will act. This is the bystander effect. You don't have to be a hero, but you do have to be human. Use the 5 Ds of safe intervention. Direct, if safe. Address the behavior calmly. Distract, create a diversion. Delegate, get a guard, staff, or call emergency services. Document, record facts if helpful, and delay, check in with the person afterward. Even a simple, "Are you okay? Do you want me to wait with you?" can be powerful. Safety is a team sport. Be on a team. Let's zoom out. Why do these 9 rules matter? Because public behavior is practice for private character. When you choose respect in small, public moments, you train your brain to choose respect in big, private moments. When you protect your own privacy in public, you build a habit of protecting your future. When you reduce noise, you grow presence. When you avoid shaming, you grow empathy. When you step up in emergencies, you grow courage. The world won't always clap, but your inner life will get quieter, calmer, stronger. I want to give you 3 quick scripts you can carry with you. Because sometimes the right sentence unlocks the right behavior. When conflict starts in public, say, "I care about this, and I want to handle it well. Let's take this somewhere private." When someone tries to film you or another person unfairly, say, "Please don't record, this is a private conversation," or shift your body and create space. When you need to give feedback to a service worker without becoming that customer, say, "I know this isn't your fault. Here's the issue I'm experiencing. What's the best way to fix it?" Calm words open doors that force will only slam. Here's a short story to anchor this. Aria used to argue in public when she felt disrespected. She didn't mean to, but her voice got loud and her hands started moving. One day in a supermarket, a stranger cut in line. Aria felt the heat rise. She took one breath and tried a new path. "Hey, I think the line starts back there." The stranger apologized and moved. Aria felt something new, power without noise. The next week, on a bus, someone blasted a video on full volume. Arya caught the person's eye and tapped her earphones with a friendly shrug. They got the message and lowered the sound. Again, power without noise. Arya learned a rule she now lives by. My calm is my microphone. I don't need to be loud to be heard. Let's make this practical with a quick 7-day challenge to upgrade your public presence. Day 1. Choose silence over a public argument, step away and schedule the talk for later. Day 2. Protect privacy, cover your keypad and turn down your screen in public. Day 3. Reduce noise, no speakerphone or loud videos. Use headphones or wait. Day 4. Clean as you go, leave every spot better than you found it. Day 5. Move with awareness, eyes up, follow the flow, stand aside when you stop. Day 6. Lift the room, thank a service worker by name and mean it. Day 7. Be a helper, spot one small chance to assist. Hold a door, guide a lost person or check on someone who seems unwell. These small reps will change how you feel and how people feel about you. A quick word on culture and context. Public norms vary by city and country. What's polite in one place may be odd in another. When you travel or move, spend your first day observing. Watch how locals cue, speak, and share space. Copy the best of it. The core principles, respect, privacy, safety, and kindness, translate everywhere, but the expression can change. Be curious. Adjust with humility. You'll earn goodwill fast. Here's the heart of it. Public space belongs to all of us. When you act with grace in public, you multiply grace. When you carry your own weight, you lighten someone else's load. When you hold your boundaries, you teach others to hold theirs. When you show calm strength, you give permission for others to do the same. You don't need a title to lead. Your behavior is the leadership. So the next time you step onto a bus, into a cafe, down a street, or through a station, carry these 9 with you. Keep private fights private. Keep noise respectful. Keep your data secure. Keep your camera down unless it truly helps. Keep your tone kind with workers. Keep spaces clean. Keep your movement aware. Keep gossip low and dignity high. And keep your courage ready when someone needs help. You are not just passing through public spaces, you are shaping them. Choose to shape them well. Choose to be the person who brings calm where there is chaos, order where there is mess, and care where there is indifference. That choice will change your day, your reputation, and little by little, your world. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.